Good morning, Booknerdigans. I'm Lindsay Cummings, and I am sitting in my new library. My husband and I recently moved to Celina, Texas, which is like this little tiny town about an hour outside of Dallas. One of the rooms was strictly saved for me to put all of the books in. Today we're going to talk about The Jewel by Amy Ewing. In one word, this book was fantastic. The word right now in the bookish community is that this is kind of like a copy of the selection, and that is so far from the truth. The Jewel is honestly one of the best books I've read this year. But seriously, this book is so unique. So when I started reading, I was actually really surprised by her writing style. It was really gorgeous. It was one of those where it kind of reminded me of a Hunger Games type writing style because it could be short and concise when it needed to be, and then the flowery stuff would come out in these random moments where you're reading and you're just like, So Violet Lassing has been raised the past few years inside of this community, basically inside of this facility where it's basically just teenage girls that are going to become surrogates for the rich people that live in the Jewel. The Jewel is the center of this donut-shaped place. Stop thinking about donuts. I just want a donut. But anyways, all the royal people live in the Jewel, which is the center of this ring of places. And outside of the Jewel, obviously, the places get worse and worse and worse and go below the poverty line. Violet is raised to go to auction. And at the auction, all the rich women come and they bid on surrogates. The reason they need these surrogates is because they cannot bear children any longer. Now the cool thing about the surrogates that I did not realize or expect is that they have these sort of X-Men-like abilities. And that's the cool thing about the Jewel that kind of sets it apart, is these powers are called the auguries, and Violet's best one, the strongest ability that she has, is growth. And what she can do is literally grow things, like she can grow a lemon from a lemon tree, a dead tree at that. And they can also change the shape and color of objects. So it's just super cool that, you know, they could do these things, but there's a drawback to it. When they use the auguries, they get nosebleeds, they get headaches, sometimes they pass out. It's really painful for them. But the rich people in the Jewel just don't care. So Violet becomes lot number 197 when she goes to the auction, and she's purchased by the Duchess of the Lake. So now she's not a name, she's just a number, and now she's just this body to bear a child for this horrible woman, the Duchess of the Lake. There's makeup and there's fancy balls, and she lives in this incredible mansion. And it seems from the outside like this would be a really cool lifestyle, but there's a lot of dark secrets and things that come to light as the book unfolds. Violet soon discovers that she can never be who she really wants to be. She can't even tell people her real name. No one's allowed to know. She soon learns when a love interest comes into the picture that love is also not an option. Now the characters in this book are another thing that I was so blown away by. I think that they are so well done and they're so well fleshed out in just a matter of, you know, this many pages. It's like a little book hug. These characters like jump off the pages, and I was seriously, the whole time I was so impressed. I'm so impressed by you, Amy Ewing. The story is incredible. I fell in love with it, and warning, there's a cliffhanger, which is awesome. If you read my books, you know that I love cliffhangers so much. I love to make readers mad, and she made me so mad. You made me so mad, Amy Ewing, and that's why I love you, and I'm having a moment. This is definitely not a copy of the selection, you guys. This book stands out on its own. It's great. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a bestseller. I loved it, and I want you guys to read it because it was so, so, so good. Congrats, Amy Ewing. I'm proud to be published at HarperCollins alongside you. I'm a new fan, and I loved your book. Stay tuned for my next review, which is going to be The Dolls by Kiki Sullivan.